All right. Guess what? Guess what? Now it's going to sit for a little while. What's up, mother foxes? Here we are again. There she is. Yeah, you saw it. We got the block back. So, I was going to be putting the heater box in this car, and this came back. We pulled it off the truck. It looks so clean that I probably should paint it because I have to spray it with oil because it's going to be sitting for a little bit. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go get the paint it since it's so clean, and then spray it with oil because I can't just let it sit because it is kind of a little bit dry, which is a good thing for me so I can paint. But here it is. Let's take a look. All right, there you go. That's, you see what I mean? This thing is like super clean, and we got new cam bearings in there, and it's been bored out 30 over. So let me flip this around, and there is a look in the cylinders. Of course, it's all good. It's all fine, but while it is dry, I need to paint it. So let me go ahead and pull the old whore paint out and start slapping it on there. Alright, now remember, I took this back to the place. I'm starting to get tape on it, guys. Had a couple of look like oil spots on here, so I took some oven cleaner and a Scotch Brite and kind of scrubbed them down there. That'll take care of it. But I took this back to the same place that did my 306, like I was saying, and we all know the outcome of that. I'm not gonna say what place it is, but they put two engines together dirty, so we know that for a fact. But their machine work was on point, and they don't charge a lot, so I know this thing is all good. I'll put it together nice and clean like I did 347, and we all know how that turned out. So main reason, their prices, you just can't beat them. So for me to have this boiled, okay, freeze plugs, cam bearings, and board was $336. You can't beat that. Just don't let them put engines together. So, and this is a reputable shop, guys. It's got a national name attached to it. So, but yeah, it's two engines getting put together dirty. Machine work good. Okay, I'll use you to what you're good at, and then I'll do the rest. You know what I'm saying? So that's not bad. I mean, that's a hell of a deal if you ask me. Especially when I got somebody else to quote another place. It was like $900 to do that. I mean, I get it. You may have a good reputation, but machine work, right? Whether it's, Joe Bob at this place that puts dirty engines together that does it, or frickin', Johnny the badass frickin' machinist who just does it. It's the same work, but for more. As far as putting an engine together, and the price could change. I understand that, but anyway, I'm just babbling on here. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, this oven cleaner dried off here, and start slapping some paint on here. And I got the old engine enamel right there. It's red, classic Ford red. Okay, I kind of got it all wiped down with the whole thing down with this like denatured alcohol, so ready to go. I'm up here underneath the heater. We do, however, if you guys ever seen in the wintertime, we use them like 3-element glow heaters that are propane heaters so it doesn't stink, you know, with the kerosene, with the jet heater. But we bought 2 of those 3-element things that are all, it's all in like one little piece where you put the tank in the back of it. The other one went bad, and I don't know if it's because of all the painting and stuff I do in here, but we got something a little different. We're gonna see if this works. Boom. It's a propane jet heater. That little sucker, man. Pretty cool. So yeah, we'll give this a try. I don't know if it'll be any different, but it's gonna be a jet heater. That flame kind of, it goes out past that hole. So hopefully this will help, you know, with, you know, I think that thing not only got paint in it, but got dust and everything else that being blown around in here. So but yeah, this one's just up here on like days that aren't so cold like today. It's like 40 degrees outside, and quickly over in that area it made it 63. So not the most economically efficient heater, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool when it's a heater that, you know, you can turn it on and heat things up a little bit in here. That's all it's for. We don't leave it on for an extended length of time. So all right, let's bust out the horror paint. All right, so if you leave pour 15 for a lengthy period of time, you get crust. So I had to get the crust off the top of that. That's a good 1/8 of an inch thick. This stuff is no joke. This is the engine enamel. It's actually thicker than pour 15 itself, but pour 15, I think, has manipulated their paint to make it go further in these trying times of this regime we have in power. And they're selling gray water. That's terrible. The gray, unless it's just the gray, I don't know, but that's awful. I know it's compelling entertainment here. Just painting an engine block again. Wait a minute. On this channel, I don't have a painting an engine block video. That's the other channel I got terminated. Now we're in the wide open areas, yeah. Not those little cranny areas. You just slap it on, baby. Slap it on. Over here at Funky Stangs, we make Ford blocks into Ford whore blocks. There it is. For now, it's not completely done. You can see right there, when you do get this thicked up, this stuff flows. So you run a brush through it, and you see the brush strokes, but this paint flows. So it'll flow into the spots that are uneven, and just what it does. So if you get a little bit too much, it does do that, but I'll get a brush and wipe that off. But there it is for now. I'm gonna come back out here and put a second coat on tomorrow. And sorry, I may not have gone over the whole thing. There you go, there's the front of it. So, and here's the back of it. All done. Yeah, I'll have to get in here too. This is my second and final coat. All right, guys, one last look at her. It's got 2 coats of that Port 15 engine enamel, which is really thick. So look at that. Super red. And look at that front. Yeah. Pretty darn horish. Pretty darn horish. Oh man, imagine, just think of that sitting in there. That's super cool. Super red. Oh man, I painted my engine block. What a video. But I don't make these videos to be popular. I just make them because it's just a documentary of what I'm doing here. It's an idiot with a camera. So, it gets views, it doesn't get views. Who cares, right? As long as people had a little bit of entertainment of this dumbass painting an engine block. Thanks for watching my dumb videos. Subscribe if you just come across this thing and enter this terribly entertaining, terribly being the optimum word there, channel. So anyway, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Later.